Do you guys remember Street Fighter Cross Tekken? If you said yes, I'd be kind of surprised because I don't know who's actually thinking about this game. But um, today I'm going to be playing this game for the first time since I was like, I don't know, I was still in my single digits. Now I'm 18, right? So let's just get right into this video, honestly. I'm kind of excited. Alright, so the characters in this game, the roster is pretty great. I couldn't figure out how to get the DLC on RPCS3, so I'm going to put the picture up right now of the characters that there are. When you have all the DLC, there's some fan favorites like Brian and Elisa and Lars, and for the Street Fighter side, I don't quite remember right now off the top of my head, but I'll put them up right now too. Um, but to start off, this game has a pretty great roster, right? For the most part, you have everybody you need. Um, but to show off how this works, like how the game works, because I'm going to explain the gem unit, the comeback mechanics, I'm going to explain everything. How this works, I'm going to pick a character from each game. So I'm going to go for Hugo, because Hugo, I like that one clap move he has. I'm going to go with Heihachi, because he's the best Mishima. And really quickly to talk about the stages, talking about the stages right now as well, before we even get into the game. This game's stages aren't like anything crazy, but they're all pretty cool. I like them. I never really liked Street Fighter stages as much as I like Tekken stages. And this is all just feels Street Fighter to me, but I kind of like this Antarctica one. And I just watched the Jurassic movie, what is it, Jurassic Rebirth or some shit like that. So let's go on to that for this. Just because I just watched it, let's just go to this one. Quickly, I just wanted to mention, if you look at the characters in Tekken and then you look at the Street Fighter ones, you can see how much more fleshed out, at least, or maybe not fleshed out, but what I mean is the Tekken characters typically have a lot more moves. Even characters like here Kazuya, who has one of the lowest counts in Tekken, doesn't have that little moves. But then go to like Jury, right? Or I don't know. Let me go to this guy. Like you look at their unique attacks, they have a decent amount of special moves, but their unique attacks are like non-existent. Kami doesn't even have unique attacks. Um, some of them have a decent amount. Like for example, if you go to Dawson, he has a lot. But it's mainly because of well, it's not just because of he has an air stuff, because he has a lot of other stuff. But I'm just saying, like, something that's interesting is Tekken characters are just like how in Tekken they have a whole bunch of stuff. And Street Fighter characters don't. It's just like that. Um, in this. So that's kind of interesting how even in a Street Fighter game, the Tekken characters still have Tekken traits, like having a lot of moves like that. So that's kind of cool. Before I talk about the comeback mechanics and the gem unit and everything, I just really want to quickly mention I don't really want to talk about the combos of this game and stuff, and that's for one simple reason. I just can't really do Street Fighter combos that well. I find them pretty difficult. Um, However, I'll put up a video right now of a cool combo that I ended up finding, and I'll put the link down in the description too if you want to watch. It's a video of 6 combos, so here it is. But yeah, I find these combos pretty difficult, but it's like Tag 2. You can do combos with multiple characters or just one, it's kind of cool. But now let's get into the first comeback mechanic. Or, well, really the only comeback mechanic, right? Let's talk about Pandora. So, why is Pandora like such a garbage mechanic, right? Well, it's so simple. So you press down, 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 2 plus 4, and you switch to your other character. Now look at the bar up top, right? You have until that bar is out to kill them. If you don't kill them, you die. That is the entire mechanic. You have to kill them within that time limit, which is kind of insane, because it's so short. It's only when you're low, yeah. But oh my god, it is such a useless mechanic. It's genuinely terrible. It honestly does more harm than good. I can't really see most people ever picking that unless maybe the characters are low. Like if they're low on HP, maybe then they'll do it. But it's quite awful, to be honest. I mean, here, I'll show an example right now of in-game. Alright, so let's get into how this works. So after I do that, I get to switch to my Hugo. Come on, let's see if I can beat him in time with whatever I know how to do. Okay, well, you know what? I didn't think I was gonna win. Cut to the next clip. Alright, so here, let's try this for real this time. Since I fucked up so badly last time. Right? I'm almost killing her. Oh yeah. Oh wait, maybe I can kill... What do you mean I died? I activated my comeback mechanic. How'd I die? Oh wait, oh yeah, it's the worst fucking comeback. It's not even a comeback mechanic, it's a suicide button. Random note I just wanted to throw out there. I just found out that they're actually playing this game at this year's EVO. This and Tag 2, which is really surprising in all honesty, but I mean, fuck it. Hell yeah, I want to see how this game's competitive goes, like how this game competitively goes, because honestly, I'm gonna try to talk later a bit about competitive, but overall, I could find almost nothing about like tier lists and stuff like that. I don't know why it's so difficult to find like actual good things on this game, but I guess this game just never sold that well. Partly, I know one thing people hated was the on-disc DLC scandal thing that went on. And the gem system, which I'm going to get into right now. So I was doing some research, and I think I found out why gem system was so hated. So besides the fact that there were like pre-order specific gem, right? So already you can't just get them. And there's a lot missing here. I don't know if they had numbers filling between them, but I'm pretty sure they did. I think a lot of them were yet to buy. But the issue is, depending on what gems you had, your character was just a lot more powerful than the other guy. It was basically pay to win, right? If you did pay for the gems, the really good ones. And it's like, it's kind of a stupid system to ever even add into a fighting game, right? Because then it's not about skill. Like, as much as you want to hate on, like, for example, Heat in Tekken 8, or Drive in Street Fighter 6 or whatever, right? Since, you know, Street Fighter X Tekken. At least those games, it's not, like, technically it's not pay to win, right? Like, you could argue Anna and Clive released broken. But overall, the game itself isn't really pay to win, especially not with the other 4 DLCs, since none of the 4 have been top tier, or even close. But yeah, I think that this is kind of a dog shit system that should just never be in a fighting game. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some things that, like, for example here, 20% more damage, but minus 10% movement speed. But it's like some of these, if you look at them, it's like plus 30% damage output. I mean, if you go into Pandora, right? But like, even then, some of these, like, get hit by 4 normal moves, incur damage cut, you know? Block 5 times. Like, some of this stuff is so ridiculously easy to get it. Or it connects with 3 special moves, plus 10 movement speed, then you just have a advantage right there, right? Block 5 times for more damage. It's some incredibly easy stuff that just will happen throughout the game anyways. So I think the system is quite awful. There's probably a more in-depth explanation as to why it's bad. That's what I gathered from my research. If somebody would like to help me out, figure this out, it would be really nice in the comments. I'd appreciate it. But in general, this game on release was pretty awful because I don't again, I don't remember this game competitively on release or anything like that. I don't think I even played it until after the 2013 patch. And this picture right here basically sums up the game before and after that patch actually. The game now is fun to play besides the gem stuff, right? Don't get me wrong, it's not a great or perfect game, but it's a fun game, right? So I saw that people were saying the problem with the game was the low combo damage, and the gem system just being just so powerful, right? And the on-disc DLC, which I mentioned earlier, were some of the biggest problems with this game. But after that patch, the game became it got put in a much better state. So there's that. So the game I'm playing right now is a better version of it. Even if it's not perfect, it's a fun game. I'd recommend it if you want to just try it a game for fun, right? Not take it too serious. And again, though, we will be seeing this game at EVO, so that's really interesting. But next, let's talk about like top tiers and stuff like that. And so I saw. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I've been doing this for, say, an hour, like this video in total, right? And then I totaled about like 15-30 minutes alone trying to figure out anything on this game's tier list. I'm sorry, but I can go to any old Tekken game and tell you who's broken. I'm trying to find anything on this game. This game has nothing on it. The only time I can find a thing talking about like those old 14-year-old forums, it's people saying some shit like this character is broken because I couldn't figure it out. And I don't want that, because in that case, every game has characters the low tiers would be broken, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. If somebody in the comments could help me with this section, I apologize. I really wish I could figure this out, but I haven't been able to find anybody, and I don't really have any contact with any higher up on YouTube who actually plays this game. So if anybody could let me know why exactly these people, Horing, Jin, and Chun-Li, I see always at the top. Nina too. Why, like every tier list, why are these characters in specific so strong in this game? Could somebody explain to me why Horing in specific is so good? I that's all I can honestly say for the top, like the how strong a character is. So I apologize. I even went into this, like I'm trying to find like all this old shit. I can't find anything. So again, I'm sorry. I went into multiple different websites. I even went through Reddit, but you know. But the low tiers in this game, from what I can see, seems to be Hugo is the worst character. I've seen it multiple times. Just funny because I picked Hugo earlier, but I don't know when Hugo has ever been good. Every time I see something on him, he's always dog shit. But Hugo's pretty awesome, so I don't really give a fuck. So something I'm very confused on is I saw a video with this guy having customization. I don't know if that's mods or if he paid for it or what. But here's what I've gathered from the customization in this game. I'm pretty sure colors were DLC, just like it is in Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter has the worst monetization fucking ever, because paying for colors is insane. You get no customization options. But here, let's say I pick, I don't know, let's just go to fucking, why am I like, let's go to Bob. I don't know why that took me so long. So, with the way this game's customization is, this is the best I could do. I'm not paying for fucking colors or any of that dumb shit. I don't know if there's any way to get them normally, but come on, this is really the best I can do. That's kind of insane. Yeah, like there is no reason this should be my best. But whatever. It's Street Fighter. I shouldn't have expected anything else. Well, I've been trying to find a game for a little while now. I don't know if it's because I have no points or what, but I think the normal answer is this game has been completely dead probably for the last decade. I wanted to end this video off playing an online game, but I guess I can't do that. So, I apologize. In conclusion, I know I didn't talk about too much this game. It's not supposed to be a super long, in-depth video. But I do want to say, I think I'm gonna make either like a Tekken 3 retrospective, or a maybe I'll do a Third Strike retrospective on. But I don't know what I want to do. I think I'd rather do Tekken 3. But if you let me know what you guys think. I apologize again for this video not being super in-depth, but it was more so just a revisited of how I feel playing this game after so long. And there's not too much interesting stuff to even show off, but I thought there was a couple neat things I might as well show off and how the game worked. But I do appreciate if you watched up to this point. Yeah, and just have a good rest of your day or night or whatever, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. So, yeah.